So you've taken on the daunting task of moving to Los Angeles. You've probably pulled up a map, saw how big everything was, saw how far spread out these certain cities that you've heard of are from each other. You want to know how far away your commute's going to be to work, which areas are close to certain amenities, where the cool malls or hangout spots are. You want to know how far away where you're looking is from the beach. You want to know how far away you are from Disneyland, from Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags, other amusement parks. Thinking about, you know, sports teams and concert venues, so Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, Angels, basically everything that you could possibly think of when looking at the Los Angeles area. I'm going to cover in this video. We're going to pull up an actual map, dive into the computer screen. I'm going to show you everything, all the different cities that you might be considering, kind of how far away they are from various things, talking about traffic, talking about almost anything you can imagine we're going to discuss in this video, and I'm going to show you on the map and explain exactly everything you need to know to help you find the perfect spot when moving to Los Angeles. So let's get after it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Mike Debelak and I'm a local realtor here in the Los Angeles area. Now, if this is your first time to our channel, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button and tap that notification bell. That way you are notified every time we post a new video. And we're posting videos like this all the time with information helping people who are looking to relocate to Los Angeles or within Los Angeles, helping you make a more informed decision. It's something that me and my team absolutely love doing. We're getting phone calls, texts, emails every single day from people like you who are looking to move to this area, and we absolutely love it. So if you want to join them and move to Los Angeles and you want some help with that process, make sure you reach out to us. Hit contact information's right here. Shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, holidays, it doesn't matter. But let's get into this. We're gonna take you on that full map tour right now of the Los Angeles area. We're gonna dive into my computer and I will see you there. Alrighty, so we're pulled up in here on the map of Los Angeles. Big old spot here. Alright, so this is all of Los Angeles. Here, let's get a little drawing tools, get you in here. This is the main part of Los Angeles right there, boom. Downtown LA is right in the center of that dot. But we're going to zoom in here and we're going to take you on a little tour of everything. But first off, let's just talk about all the different spots here. I'm going to pull up here. We are going to do Los Angeles County. All right, just show you all of Los Angeles County. It'll give us a nice little outline here. All the way up here to Lancaster, Palmdale. All right, this is all part of Los Angeles County. All right, Lancaster, Palmdale, way up north there. You're going through some mountains and valleys there to get there. Long Beach is basically as far south as it gets. There's some other cities over here like Seal Beach. I think Seal Beach is LA County. Right on the border here. Seal Beach might be Orange County. Anyways. All right, so there's Los Angeles County. All of this, all the way up north here. You got the Santa Monica Mountains. You got Malibu right here. Woo. Calabasas. All right, so all these right here are part of Los Angeles. We'll give you a better tour and taste of it in a second. Just want to show you the other counties here as well, so you can see in relation to things. All right, we're going to look at Orange County next, because that's probably the other county that you've heard of down here. All righty, a little bit smaller. A lot of it's along the coast down here, basically all the way to San Clemente. All right, going a little bit further south, here's Oceanside. Oceanside is part of San Diego County, so it's North County, San Diego. All right, so just kind of for reference, basically like a straight line from like here to here. Anything below that line down here, all right, that is San Diego County. All right, another area that we're going to be talking about and covering a little bit is going to be the Inland Empire, which is basically San Bernardino County and Riverside County. So we saw all the way up here was Los Angeles. So on this side over here is going to be part of the Inland Empire. All right, so we'll draw it a little bit, but Inland Empire is basically going to go over here and all this other stuff down here, all the way down to Temecula. We're going to shoot out basically Palm Springs over here, and then it goes like a million miles that way, basically to the Arizona border. Okay, but we'll cap it off over here. All right, so just to talk a little bit about the Inland Empire, so there's some key points. Like I said, there's Palm Springs, Palm Desert over here. We are going to have Temecula down here. It's kind of right before the San Diego County line down here. So we got Temecula, we got wine country down there. Oops. Then other little areas here in the mountains. You got Big Bear Lake. Let me take this drawing off for you. Big Bear Lake. There's some Lake Arrowhead. There's skiing, snowboarding. You know, your mountain sports up here. A lot of people try to get vacation homes up here. That way they have like a cabin for the winter time when it snows. So if you are going to go to the snow, this is kind of where you're going to go, right here. All right, and this is basically going to be hour and a half away from wherever you are in the Los Angeles and Orange County areas. All right, and then I mentioned Palm Springs as well. All right, anyways, let's dive into this. And just for some reference, we're just going to start off at LAX, all right, the airport. I'll pull that up for you. So LAX is right on the coast here, all right, and it's actually just north of a city called El Segundo, all right. This whole region here, oops, the map went away, but this area here is basically called the South Bay. All right, so cities there, popular cities, Torrance, you got Manhattan Beach, Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, El Segundo is part of that as well, Carson, San Pedro. Some people consider Long Beach part of the South Bay. I don't. But yeah, and then there's also Rancho Palos Verdes, Palos Verdes Estates. That is where your boss's boss or the owner of the company lives, is on this hill. We call it the hill. All right. Palos Verdes, great ocean view homes. You know, very spread out ocean view. A lot of money up there, and the price points of houses up there are very nice. Alrighty, so let's go back onto the map. So we had LAX over here. We'll start at LAX. All right. If you watch anything about LA, any movies or anything, you've probably seen Santa Monica Pier. All right, so Santa Monica is going to be north of LAX, right over here. Lots to do in Santa Monica. Obviously, you've got the pier. You've got the 3rd Street Promenade with lots of shops and things to do. Going a little bit further south, there's Venice Beach. You got Muscle Beach there. So lots of coastal things to do here. Santa Monica, Venice, Marina del Rey. And these are, again, are north of LAX. So when you fly in here, boom. All right, you got all this stuff up here with this coastal living. Alrighty. Another area that you've probably heard of, Beverly Hills. So once again, whoop, LAX is right here. Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, all that, all that nice shopping, those good restaurants, all that stuff is up here in Beverly Hills. Going further to the north, all right, you got West Hollywood. We've got Hollywood. The Walk of Fame is over here. Little, like, I don't know, bit of advice. No one from LA really goes to see the Walk of Fame or any of that kind of stuff. It's a very touristy thing to do. And it really, it's just a star on the ground. It's not that big of a deal. I remember the first time I went up there and saw it, I was like, really? Like, that's it? And they're just going all through Hollywood. So, like, if you wanted to see, like, a specific star, celebrity star, cool, you know, but you're looking at the ground. And there's probably, if we're being real, a bum has probably peed or taken a dump on it. But yeah, so we're getting real here. Alrighty. Over here we got the Los Angeles Zoo a little further north. All right, Universal Studios Hollywood is right here. So we got the 2/134 going across. All right, the 101 freeway. There's a big freeway going through here. All right, but anyways, so Universal Studios is right here, kind of Hollywood-ish. All right, making our way further north/west, depending how you want to do it. All right, we got Sherman Oaks. All right, an area that's becoming really popular right now is Encino. Some really nice homes up there. We're looking at, you know, kind of the fancier homes, higher price point. And as you go further this way, you've got Hidden Hills, Calabasas. These are, once again, pretty high price points, with lots of money up here, all the way up to Westlake Village. All right, let's go down here a little bit. Zoom out on the map just so you can see where we are in relation to everything. We're gonna go to Malibu. All right, once again, there's tons of coastal living, very high price points here in Malibu. Tons of ocean views, beautiful, beautiful views. A little bit hard to get in and out of if you're planning on doing some things. You know, it's kind of one of those things that's one way in, one way out. There's Highway 1, PCH, goes on forever and ever. All right, but this is basically one, sometimes two lanes along the coast. And if there's an accident or something, you're just kind of stuck. There's not really much to do. All right, and that'll take you all the way down into Santa Monica. Alrighty. So let's go back down in here to the South Bay area. All right, here's LAX again. Like I said, we got El Segundo. All right, Inglewood, that is where the Rams play. The area is kind of up and coming a little bit since they decided to put a multi-billion-dollar stadium down here. So where it says Hollywood Park Casino, that's where the new stadium is here. Let's go into the satellite view to kind of show you. All right, obviously this is from before everything was done. All right, so there's the football stadium where the Rams and the Chargers play. It's pretty cool when you fly in. You'll be able to, you know, there's the runways. You fly in and you can see the stadium right out there. So at night it's usually lit up. It's pretty cool. But anyways, we'll go back into the South Bay here. Oops, there's the airport. So down here we've got Manhattan Beach. Manhattan Beach got a pier. Manhattan Beach is a pretty luxurious beach area in Los Angeles. Like I said, it's part of the South Bay. Going further south, you're going to hit Hermosa Beach. There's the Hermosa Beach Pier. Tons of nightlife there. You got bars, restaurants, all kinds of stuff, you name it. So the Hermosa Beach Pier. Next up, you're going to have Redondo Beach. Redondo Beach is a little bit older as far as the, I guess you would say, the clientele or the people living there. In Redondo Beach, we got the Riviera Village, kind of in the South Redondo area. Let's get over there. This is still Redondo Beach. All right, we got the Riviera Village right here. There's all kinds of cool shops, outdoor dining, and you're only like a block from the beach. My father-in-law actually used to own a restaurant in here, and we would come here, basically spend all of our weekends there. We'd go eat at a spot, and then we'd walk down here and just go hang out at the beach, watch the sunset, take in that ocean breeze. So Redondo Beach was a pretty cool spot. Probably one of the more popular areas in all of LA County, but specifically the South Bay, is Torrance. Torrance is one of the larger cities. Just to show you here, let's pull it up. Torrance, California, see how big it is. All right, this kind of goes all over here. All right, full disclosure, I grew up in Torrance. Yeah, so I love Torrance. I love the South Bay. Some of the cool things to do in Torrance. You can see by a little airport here. That's not like a real. That's like a. If you own your own plane, cool, you're good there. But it's not like a real international airport where you're flying to. There's no like Southwest Airlines or anything like that. One of the coolest parts about Torrance is the Del Amo Mall. At one point, it was held the title of, I believe, of biggest mall in the U.S. But here it is, this whole big old thing. You got Dave & Buster's, you got Nordstrom's, all kinds of restaurants, stores, shops, you name it, they probably have it here. That's kind of the spot to go in the South Bay, particularly in Torrance, for shopping there. All right. Also, great medical facilities. Got Torrance Memorial Hospital and Little Company of Mary. Let's go a little bit further south here. Now, like I said before, this is Palos Verdes, Rancho Palos Verdes, Rolling Hills Estates. Yeah. So when Tiger Woods crashed his car a few years ago, it was on the street here. Oops, where is it? I forgot. He crashed. Was it on Hawthorne? I forget exactly which street he crashed on, but he crashed over here somewhere coming down the hill. It gets very foggy up there. There's like that marine layer. He was probably speeding or texting coming down the hill. Lots of turns. But if you like golf, a lot of the top golf courses are on the hill. Hence why Tiger Woods was there filming golf commercials. But if we zoom in, you can kind of tell a little bit. I don't want to zoom too far in, but you see tons of greenery up here, lots of golf courses, tons of great views and driving. Terranea Resort is one of the top resorts in all of California. Beautiful views, and you can see $468 a night. That is you get what you pay for. All right, you got Trump National Golf Course down here, and we're getting down into San Pedro and the docks. All right. A lot of the import-export type stuff comes in here on the boats. Come in here. They actually, I think, a lot of the supplies that come to the U.S. come through these ports right here. So we got Long Beach. All right, in Long Beach, along this area, you're gonna have some downtown living, some high-rises. Lots of things to do. There's a place called the Pike. It's kind of by the Queen Mary here. Here's the Pike. Really cool downtown feel. You got the aquarium. You could hop on the Catalina Express and it takes you on a boat all the way to Catalina over here. We're not really going to dive into that, but that's a cool little, hour boat ride away. All right, so I had to pause that to go pick up my son from school. Anyway, so let's dive back into this. Forget exactly where I left off, but we got downtown Long Beach here. We got the downtown living, some high rises as we're closer to the water here. There are some spots as we go down here into Belmont Shore. All right, there's some really cool. So 2nd Street here. 2nd Street is a cool chill spot, kind of like a go get brunch on Sunday kind of thing. They also have nightlife on the weekends. There's a lot of bars down there. And down in Belmont Shore, some really nice houses. Not as much like yard space or land, but you are close to the beach. And you're also close to downtown Long Beach here in the Pike, where there's a lot of other shops and restaurants. So really cool spot. You got Queen Mary over here. They do like Hollywood Horror Nights, or not Hollywood Horror Nights, but like a scary Christmas type thing on the boat there. The boat's allegedly haunted. All right, and once you go further down here, this is just south of Belmont Shore. This is kind of the border where LA and Orange County, the county line there. I'm gonna stay in the LA area for a second. You got the Long Beach Airport right here. Really cool spot. It's very easy to get in and out of this airport. Flights pretty much all over the country. It might be some of them are a little bit more expensive just because there's less flights going out. But the ease is just amazing. One thing you could probably notice just from this overhead view is in this Long Beach area, there's a lot of golf courses. You got, if you're into golf, and these are, the recreation type courses. Pretty nice, and they're not the same as those Palos Verdes ones we talked about earlier, but lots and lots of golf going on in this Long Beach Lakewood area. All right, so speaking of Lakewood, we'll dive into Lakewood a little bit here. All right, so Lakewood is to the north of Long Beach, another pretty popular area. This whole area in general is really good with like youth sports. So if you're coming here with a family and you're looking for a spot for youth sports, Lakewood, Long Beach area is not a bad spot. Alrighty, so as we dive in here, all right, you're gonna have the Lakewood Mall right here. All right, is a nice, pretty big mall. It's kind of thing to do if you're not, in that downtown Long Beach area. You got there, or you're gonna go to the Cerritos Mall, Los Cerritos Center, which is up here, which is a little bit further up. Alrighty, going further north into uh, you know, the LA County. All right, let's go bring it back up here. All right, Pasadena, the Rose Parade, the Rose Bowl. All right, that's up here. That's north of LA. All right, there's Pasadena. Some really nice older homes up there. I had a client up there. We were looking, and homes were going definitely, you know, a million plus for just your standard home. So something out there. It's very historical. Some people really like that feel, so that's something to take into account. There's a Pasadena, Arcadia. We'll go back down here a little bit. All right, this is, like I said, downtown LA is over here, so we'll zoom in just so you can see. Alrighty, so over here you've got the LA Live area. So this is Staples Center / now it's the Crypto.com Arena. You get the Grammy Museum, the LA Convention Center. So all kinds of stuff to do down here. Lots of high-rise living, whether you're you know, buying a high-rise or if you're going to be renting an apartment or something. Tons of high-rises with lots of things to do. Restaurants, movie theaters, obviously the live events, just really tons of stuff to do down there. All right, now let's go a little bit further south. Another cool little spot. You got USC is right here, so I'm just going to stay. Staples Center is right in this area, and then you got USC right here. And then you've got the LA Coliseum right there. All right, that's, like I said, that's where the USC football team plays. Now, all these little areas that I just mentioned to you, aside from LA Live, I wouldn't wander too far out after dark in those areas. Those are kind of areas that are cool to kind of hang out in. Spots where you might do things during the day or go see some sports teams, but not necessarily a spot you'd want to get lost in, let's say. Particularly downtown LA, there's a lot of, let's be real, there's, you know, homeless people, feces on the streets, that sort of thing if you go down the wrong street. So just, you know, just things to take into account. Just being real with you, things that you'd want to know when you move there. Oh, almost forgot. A little further north of, so when you're going up, you're gonna take the 110 basically from almost wherever you are. So if you're kind of in the, I don't know, southern LA area, take the 110 up. All right, and this is where we're gonna get to Dodger Stadium. All right, Dodger Stadium is right there. Some of the best views. It's kind of elevated a little bit, so you get in that parking lot. Sunset, you can see, you know, you can see downtown LA down here below with the sun setting. It's just an amazing view. So you got Dodger Stadium there. That's something to think about here. So Dodger Stadium is just a little bit north of downtown LA, and then once again you can see the airport over in this area over here. All right, so that is basically, you know, your 300,000 foot view of the Los Angeles County area. I'm gonna go a little bit down into Orange County because that's somewhere else that you may be considering when thinking about moving to LA. Really, all these areas, LA, Orange County, and then the Inland Empire. Like whenever I travel and go back east, you know, if I'm from any of these areas, I'm really basically saying I'm from LA because I don't think everyone knows what Orange County is necessarily, or the Inland Empire, Riverside County, San Bernardino, all those areas. So let's dive into Orange County a little bit. As I mentioned earlier, kind of right here below Long Beach is kind of where Orange County starts. Alrighty, some key areas in Orange County. All right, you've got Disneyland here in Anaheim. All right, it's right off the 5 freeway. There's Anaheim. All right, this area down here is called the Platinum Triangle. All right, this is where Angel Stadium is. You see Angel Stadium. You got Angel Stadium here, is all part of Anaheim. So Angel Stadium. All right, you got the Honda Center. That's where the Anaheim Ducks play. There's some concerts there and stuff like that. Whoop. Oh my. When I first got married, we actually lived right here in some apartments right across from the stadium. Used to go in the morning and do my jog around the stadium. It was pretty cool. Sometimes we'd go eat, you know, lunch or something, and you got, you know, some players from the visiting team eating lunch right before the game. So I thought that was pretty cool. The other cool spots within this Anaheim area is the block of Orange. Now it's called the Outlets at Orange. Basically outdoor shopping center area, really cool. Lots of things to do, tons of restaurants and stuff like that. As we get back in Anaheim here, so you'll see Angel Stadium. Like I said, Angel Stadium's right here. All right. Then you basically can just go straight down Catella right here, and boom, this big square rectangle right here, that is Disneyland. All right, you got downtown Disney there, you got the Disneyland theme parks, just so much to do in this Anaheim area. You know, if you wanted to live there or just kind of, you know, visit that area, that's kind of so much to do in such a tight little area. We'll zoom it out a tad. So like I said, there's Disneyland there. And as you're looking here, you can see all these, lots of golf here. Well, I've said it multiple times, but lots of golf. Let's see, where else do I want to take you guys? We're going to take you to South Coast Plaza. All right. So South Coast Plaza is one of like the main shopping centers in all of Southern California, really. Whoops, why did I type an F? All right, so South Coast Plaza right here. All right, you're coming down the 405 freeway. I'll go into the freeways, all the freeways here in a second. All right, but South Coast Plaza, this is kind of your high-end shopping. Tons of stores, tons of restaurants, and it is really close to the John Wayne Airport, which is basically the Orange County Airport. I mean, one thing you probably didn't know about this whole area of LA, there's so many different airports to get in and out of. You could, you know, live in almost any quadrant of the Los Angeles area, and you have an airport, you know, that's pretty close to you, that can get you almost anywhere in the country. All right, so we're there. So we got South Coast Plaza, the John Wayne Airport. All right, let's go a little bit more coastal. All right, Huntington Beach. All right, right along the beach here once again. We talked about it earlier, but Highway 1 PCH. You can get some gorgeous views if you went out on a Saturday or Sunday and just drove that whole thing. One time, actually, when I was in high school, we played. Like I said, I grew up in the Torrance area. We played a baseball game up in like this Point Mugu area, Oxnard. Oh, yeah, it was actually Port Hueneme. And this is, you know, it was cool because we got to get out of school like 11 o'clock because it was so far away. But after the game, the bus driver took us home on PCH. So we drove this whole PCH all the way down. And actually, there's a part here where PCH is basically the same thing as Sepulveda, but it comes in the South Bay right there, PCH all the way down. And then our school is over here. But if you kept going down Sepulveda, PCH, it's kind of going along down here. You see down Huntington Beach. You know, kind of take all the way down to San Diego, really. So, anyways, so that's a really great drive, something to do on a weekend or something. But Huntington Beach is an amazing spot. Lots to do there too. Obviously you got the Huntington Beach Pier. Really good sushi spot right over there. I believe it's on Main Street. Yeah, there's Main. So Main Street. It's kind of where everything is. The main stuff to do is on Main Street. Go figure. But really beautiful sunsets. The beaches down here are some of my favorite beaches, despite growing up in the South Bay. The beaches here are very flat, so you can kind of just park and walk to the beach. And it's very wide beaches to where, you know, up on this map view it looks kind of skinny, or like there's not that much space, but there's tons and tons of space. Yeah, my brother-in-law actually used to live right off of PCH over here. Let me try and find it. Where was he? Whoops, wrong way. He used to live off Magnolia, so he used to live over here in this neighborhood here, and we would just walk down to the beach right here, hang out, you know, rent some bikes, go up and down the Strand on some bikes. They got like some, you know, I don't even know what they're called. They're kind of like we have like you know, me and my wife sitting on them, and then you could have like the kids in the back, like that kind of bike thing where you got, you know, a double bike thing going on, you know, going up and down this bike trail. It was pretty cool. Very, very cool stuff there. As we go further down, this is going to get into Newport Beach and the Newport Harbor. This is kind of some high luxury living down here. Actually, during Christmas time, they do this like light show thing in here. You can get out like on a pontoon type thing. You can like kind of pedal around the area here, and you're drinking some brewskis and having a great time. Really cool, and you get to look at some fabulous real estate. There's some amazing homes here. We're talking big time homes right on the water. $10 million plus homes. I think some of them you could probably get north of $5 million, but a lot of these homes in this area are, 8-figure homes. So really nice real estate. Once again, there's that PCH coming on through. You also got Corona del Mar down here. Right. And then as you get down into here, you're going to get down into the Laguna Beach area. Once again, really nice homes tucked away in the water. All right. Another area that is highly popular or desired in Orange County is going to be Irvine. So we're kind of going back. So there's that John Wayne Airport is actually in Irvine. And then you're going to have UC Irvine, the school. It's down here. So at UC Irvine, one of the top universities in the country, actually. But Irvine is huge. Let's zoom out and show you Irvine. Whoopsies. Typo. Oh, I knew what I meant, I think. Oh no. Show me Irvine. Irvine, California. There we go. Look how big Irvine is. That thing is huge. It's spread out. One thing I really like about Irvine, I think it's very, very family friendly. Lots of like huge parks. A great park right here is a huge brand new like sports complex. They host all kinds of like national sporting events. Like you'll see from, oh, there we go. I thought the map might have been too early, but like I said before, I'm a huge baseball guy, so there's lots of baseball events here, soccer fields, so youth sports. They have like a giant orange blimp that goes up in the middle of the park. It's called Great Park. So lots of like newer builds and communities in this area. Irvine is one of my favorite spots in all of this Los Angeles, Orange County area. Yeah, so that's probably one of the better spots of Orange County. You're going to go down to here, Mission Viejo. Dana Point is also a really nice home. San Clemente is kind of like the tip of, South Orange County. I mean, you just can't go wrong. There's so much beach living and really cool things. And more golf. Oops, wrong way. All right. And then below here is kind of this is where you get into that San Diego County that we talked about earlier. All right. Next up, I'm going to go a little bit further into San Bernardino and Riverside counties. All right. So kind of, let's just draw a line here. We'll draw it out. This isn't an exact science, but we're just going to call everything on the right side of the line is going to be considered the Inland Empire. Alrighty. So we got Pomona, Ontario, Ranch Cucamonga. Actually, I feel that's kind of a more up-and-coming type area. I had a client move here from Missouri. He was looking in that Pasadena area, and we ended up finding him a spot in Rancho Cucamonga. Very like new, like the communities are new, like the shopping centers and stuff like that, to where it's kind of blowing up around the residential stuff. So there's like a big mall. Let me zoom into that one for you guys. There's a big mall shopping center out this way. Again, we have another airport, Ontario International Airport. That's same deal as like the Long Beach one or the John Wayne down in Irvine. Can pretty much get you anywhere. So you got Ontario Mills, which when it was opened a while back was a very popular mall. They do some NASCAR races here at the Auto Club Speedway. Where is my little shopping center for you guys? Over here, I believe. There's like a Bass Pro Shops. Where are we going? Let's type in Bass Pro Shops. That's going to be it. Bass Pro Shops, Victoria Gardens. That's what it's called. Victoria Gardens. All right. So Victoria Gardens, a nice big shopping area. You got Bass Pro Shops, tons of malls, restaurants, movie theaters, all that good stuff. All right. All right, so you got Ranch Cucamonga. And then we're going to go a little bit further here. You got San Bernardino out here. And if you take that 10 freeway that gets you out to Palm Springs, Cabazon, there's a Morongo, there's a casino there. So if you're someone who likes to gamble, you got Cabaz, so you got the Morongo Casino out here. There's some shopping outlets. If you go further out, we're down into Palm Springs, Palm Desert area. More gambling and stuff out there, or that desert life. Once again, more golf. All right, but a kind of an up-and-coming-ish area is going to be this Temecula Valley area. So as you come out from, I guess, LA, this is basically the 91 freeway along here, which takes you into Corona. Alrighty, and then this whole area down here, you got the 15 freeway coming down to Temecula. All right, or if you were to take that 91 and come back down through the 215 this way. Right, this whole region right here basically is, oops, check that. Let's do that. Basically from here down, it's kind of like the Temecula Valley. I'll erase that for you. All right, but as we zoom into it, at the Temecula Valley, and so Temecula is kind of the southern tip of that. But they got all kinds of wineries down there. Oops, you got Pechanga Resort and Casino. All right, once again, that's more gambling. Little Indian reservation, nice golf courses there as well. So Temecula is kind of like the hot spot, the most developed area of the stuff down, of the communities down in this area. You can also get lots of like ranch land out here. We've stayed at some Airbnbs for like family birthdays and stuff. If we don't go out to Palm Springs, we go to Temecula, and you can, let me try and find some of these ranches. I mean, just look at this land. These big estates, big swimming pools overlooking the valley. Awesome sunset. So kind of a little bit spread out there in certain areas of Temecula. Or if you go over here, you can see, there's different communities that have been built up, just your traditional, residential areas. All right, so that's kind of that Temecula area. If you go a little bit further north from there, you got Murrieta. All right, so Murrieta's over here. Murrieta is, I would say, a little bit older. A little bit less. There's no really nice way to say it. It feels a little bit less than Temecula, if we're being real. Still a great spot. You might be able to get somewhere, get into a house a little bit at a lower price point than Temecula. There are some new builds going up, and there might be some new construction and that sort of stuff as far as like new developments and commercial retail type things going up. But you got Temecula, you got Murrieta, and then we're gonna go a little further north. We're gonna get into Menifee. Where did Menifee go? I'm lost. There's Menifee. All right, we're up to 15 to Menifee. All right, so Menifee is one of the fastest growing areas for sure in California, but I think the whole United States. Really, really blowing up. Tons and tons of new builds. Actually, I had been to Menifee when I was a kid doing travel baseball stuff. There's literally, like, if you look at it, it's basically like desert, but it's starting to blow up a little bit. But anyways, I was helping clients of mine look for houses in this Lake Elsinore area over here. Lake Elsinore is another decent spot, but I was looking over in Lake Elsinore for some clients, and we ended up venturing into Menifee. There's like a new build community, and then one day we actually got lost because you see right here. So this road, you exit the freeway and it's Railroad Canyon. And then like right here, it turns into Newport. But anyways, we asked someone when we were looking at houses over here, and like, oh, you need to go up to Newport and blah blah blah. And there's this new community. Well, anyways, we were driving up this road looking for Newport, not realizing that the street was Newport. Long story short, that's how I discovered Menifee, and I highly recommend Menifee for anyone who's looking to kind of like an up and coming type spot. Full disclosure, I live now in Menifee, but just by that chance wrong turn while looking, I actually fell in love with the place, and I live over here now. But the community I'm in, there's houses that we moved here about 6 or 7 months ago. Houses were like $565,000, and now those same houses are going for over 600,000. So that kind of just shows you the, I guess, the value of the homes that are going up. Anyways, I talked a little bit too much about Menifee in this whole area because I just moved here and I actually really love it. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much a decent overview of the different cities and the hot spots within this Los Angeles area. I'm gonna go back into the map to kind of just show you some stuff that you might be thinking as far as traffic goes. And also just to give you guys a little bit of reference as far as me personally, and you know, I think my opinion could be valued on this, you know, in these areas especially. So I grew up in Torrance, right here. All right. I went to college at San Diego State, so down in San Diego. I lived in San Diego. When I got married, I lived in Anaheim, right here. All right. Then I moved back to Torrance again. All right. And then I lived in this Lakewood, Long Beach area. All right. And then, like I said, right now we're out in this Menifee area. All right. So I've lived in, if you count San Diego, 4 of the 5 major counties or areas here in the Los Angeles area. And then you got the San Bernardino County, which I haven't lived in, but I mean, I go vacation in Palm Springs all the time. I've sold properties up in Big Bear. I've done a lot of deals up in this area too. So I'm pretty well versed on everything that has to do with this whole area of Los Angeles. Like I said, if you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, if we get to learn just a couple things about you and what your situation is, we will help you put you in the right spot, and help you find the perfect community or neighborhood for you, you know, to give you everything that you're looking for in your move to Los Angeles. So hopefully this little overview has been helpful. The one other thing I wanted to dive into that people talk about is just how bad the traffic is. And I'll tell you right now, the traffic is really bad. Let me see if I can pull the traffic up actually while we're here. Okay, here, we'll look at the traffic. This whole traffic area. I mean, look, all the red is just, you're going really slow. So this is just for reference for you guys when you're looking. Right, so you got the 405 goes basically from here just north of San Juan Capistrano all the way up here through Huntington Beach to Long Beach, through Torrance, and this kind of leads up to the airport. The airport's going to be right in here. All right, and it kind of goes all the way up through LA, Santa Monica, all the way up into the valley up here. All right, so the 405 is one of those treacherous freeways. My cousin used to be a baseball coach at UCLA. He's up in Reno now, but anyways, so UCLA's baseball baseball field. Where are we at? It's up to 405. What are we looking at? It's over here in Westwood. All right, so we're going from Westwood to, and he used to live in Long Beach. So from there, so we're here to Long Beach over here. Just taking that 405 would take like 2.5 hours sometimes during rush hour. All right, so that's something to think about. You've got the 110 freeway, which basically goes from San Pedro all the way up through the South Bay into downtown LA, and that kind of ventures off. You know, you can go up the 101, get to the 10. The 10 freeway basically goes from Santa Monica, so it'll exit in Santa Monica. All right, the 10 goes all the way east. I mean, and this, you know, the 10 goes all the way, like it's all the way over here. Look, all the way, and that'll take you to Arizona. The 10. All right, we kind of went over the 91 freeway earlier, but the 91 is going to end in like this Gardena-ish area that ends here. You just go west all the way. All right, it'll take you to Anaheim. Go further through, you're going to get to Corona. All right, and it takes you all the way up into Riverside. And at that point, you're going to have to go, you know, you can take the 15 here, go to the 215. But anyways, you got that. The 15 freeway. All right, so you take the 91 here. All these freeways, you got the 91 going east to west. You've got this, what is this one? This is going to be the 60. Yeah, the 60 is east to west, and the 10 is east to west. And then you got the 210 up here at the foothills of the mountains. All right, those are all going east to west. And then you got the 110 going north and south. Oh, side note. You got the 105 freeway here that takes you to the airport. So I think the exit before the last exit takes you to the airport off of the 105. So you go 105, and that goes all the way across here. The football stadium would be off the 105. You're going all the way out here. So 105 is another east and west thing, and it goes into the 605. The 605 takes us basically from like the Long Beach area, all right, and that will go all the way up until the 210. So 605 to the 210. I could go on and on about these freeways, but you know, just I'm filming this at what time is it? It's 3:30 on a Tuesday afternoon, and this is what the map looks like. All right, this 9115 interchange is one of the gnarliest ones in all of California. They actually have like it's the fast pass or fast track, and you put on your card and you got to pay to use it. I use it every time that I need to go back into LA, no matter what the cost is. So like the rate changes. I mean, there's been times where I've been driving from LA back, down here this way, and it says it's gonna be like a $20 fee. I will do it because we're just we're just sitting still there. So keep this traffic map in mind if you're gonna need to commute for your job. All right, it's kind of just the big freeways here. Right here is just a bunch of mountains, really, and hills. There's not really much living in there. But yeah, these are just all things to consider when making that decision and deciding where to move. There's tons of orange and red going on right here. But yeah, so that was our little overview of the Los Angeles area. If you have any questions, want me to dive deeper into some of these areas, leave in the comments below. But I will see you on the real camera in a second. All right, so that's basically it. Hopefully this has helped you, I guess maybe eliminate some spots, add some spots to what you're looking at. Just hopefully making that decision easier or more clear for you. But the best thing to do is always to reach out and ask us for help, either me or my team. That's kind of what we love. Talk to us, tell us 2 or 3 things about you, what you're looking for, and we're gonna help you find that perfect spot for you and your family if you're bringing family as well. Make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, holidays, it doesn't matter. We absolutely love helping people move here. It's a passion of ours, and we hope to help you too. So until the next one, we'll see you later. Peace.